Did you know that setting the tone from day one can make or break your tenant's experience? Today I'm sharing with you step-by-step tenant onboarding process to ensure a smooth stay and build strong tenant relationships. Welcome to day 10 for our series, Building a Successful MTR Business. My name is Michelle, and I am here to help you through your real estate journey by providing you my story that will hopefully inspire you to take a leap of faith and build your legacy while impacting others. Today, we're going to be talking about how to onboard tenants, set clear expectations, and create great experience from the moment they arrive. Just a quick note, these tips are based on my experience, so be sure to tailor your onboarding process to suit your specific property and your tenant needs. So let's get started. I'll never forget the first time I onboarded an MTR tenant. I thought I was prepared, but I missed a few key details, like explaining how to operate the smart lock and where to find the Wi-Fi password. It led to confusion and extra phone calls, which could have been avoided if we had a clear process. Since then, I've developed and streamlined onboarding system that ensures tenants feel welcome and informed from the start. So let's get into it. Number one, create a welcome packet is one of the easiest ways to set expectations and provide key information to your tenants. What we include in the packets is our contact information, which we list our phone number or preferred communication method in case of any questions or emergencies. For us, we like text message. We don't like anyone calling in so that we can have a CYA, even though our calls are recorded, but we like to, especially if we're using the OTAs, online travel agencies, Airbnb and VRBO, we'd love to make sure that we have those in case we do have to do an insurance claim. We also include house rules. We outline rules about the noise, guest, parking, and trash disposal. Check-ins and check-outs instructions. Be clear about your check-in times, your procedures, and your expectations for check-outs. We also include local recommendations, and that's a list of nearby restaurants, grocery stores, and attractions to make their stay more enjoyable. This all depends if it is an out-of-town, out-of-state, someone that is coming for midterm rentals. But if it is someone in the city, sometimes we actually do still include those, because I know when we were putting it together, there were a lot of things that we didn't even know were in San Antonio, and we actually started to go visit them because we were navigating and investigating through it. We also like, depending on the season, we'll put the stuff that's going on during that time. So our guests really, truly enjoy that. So my biggest tip to you, make this digital. Use Canva. You can there are websites that are out there and softwares that'll do digital books for you. And they do know that is for vacation rentals. You can use it for the MTR site as well. You can email this packet ahead of time to ensure that the tenants can review it before their stay. So we like to email some of it and most of it, but like the house rules, what guest. We also put in there if they're going to have any pets that they're traveling with, just to set that clear expectation. If we do see on our cameras, our exterior cameras, we will be charging accordingly, especially if they're not going to let us know. Number two, provide a clear welcome message. Whether it's an email or a handwritten note left in the property, a warm welcome message can set a positive tone. In your message, thank them for choosing your property. Reiterate your contact information and remind them. So everything is already automated as far as with their name. Text messages will go out at certain times. If you are using the OTAs, really, if you haven't heard about that, they do have automated messages, so you don't have to manually do it every single time. If you're using this outside of the OTAs and in your property management software, it also has that. So really just look for it as far as the automated messages. It will save you so much time and headache. And then you can always, it will go out like clockwork once someone checks in and sends them the key information. An example, what you can put would be like, hi, tenant's name. Welcome to your new home away from home. We're so glad to have you here. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out anytime. We hope you enjoy your stay. Keep it simple with your own little touch. Number 3, ensure the property is fully stocked. So our cleaning crew are like godsends. I love our team that we work with. And so we do inventory check. We do have closets that are in the properties and that will be fully stocked with everything. And then we do have it after every single turn. We want to make sure that we do the inventory check to make sure that when the tenants arrive, that the property is fully stocked and ready for their stay. A lot of the essentials that you want to include are kitchen basics, utensils, cookware, plates, and basic pantry items like salt, pepper, and coffee. You want to have bathroom supplies, towels, soaps, shampoos, and toilet paper, linens, clean sheets, extra blankets, and pillows. You want to be able to consider adding maybe a welcome gift like snacks, bottled water, or local guidebook. What I'll do is I can actually give you a link below of all the different things that we put in our properties. It's a checklist over the years that we've consolidated from anywhere from consumables, non-consumables, what we feel that has worked in our properties, what hasn't worked, anywhere from pots and pans to appliances. We've gotten feedback through the mattresses, not mattresses. We've done that so many times over the years to be able to know how to really get this list. So the link will be below to what we recommend for midterm rental stays. Number 4, walk them through the property virtually or in person. So a lot of times what we do is we'll make sure that they have a 24 to 48 hour window. We'll send them a actual property checklist and they can inquire, and it has a full detailed list of everything so that we can be able to pay attention to anything if there's any maintenance requests or anything that they see that they're not happy with, and we can cover that within the first 3 to 4 days depending if it's an emergency or not. So we always like for them to fill out the form. We take very detailed pictures before someone coming in and also when they are leaving. So again, CYA, just in case for that security deposit, we know how the condition of the home prior to them coming in. But we used to do, when we had smaller inventory, we used to do virtual walkthroughs, announcing their name, showing them the property, showing them where everything is. Because just imagine, they're walking into your property for the first time. So they don't know where the master bedroom is, where the bathroom is. And so giving them a tour, that actually will help. But now what we have done is we've automated it to a 3D Matterport tour. If you haven't heard about that, go to Marketing Strategies, that video. And we do a 3D Matterport tour that will guide them into the property prior to them coming so that they know more or less how that property looks. So if possible, provide them a brief walkthrough of the property, either in person or via pre-recorded video. Show them how to operate the appliances like the washer and dryer or a smart thermostat. Guys, you would be so surprised how many people do not know how to navigate or work a smart TV, a thermostat. What we like to do is we'll send them some YouTube videos of if it is like the door lock or the smart lock, so they know how to work that. If it's anything, once they're in the home, we do put QR codes on certain appliances. I hear all the time we use Keurig makers in the home. It's just a typical coffee machine. That's typical for me, but not for them. And sometimes they have to know how to work that coffee machine. Also, you want to make sure, because there have been times that the thermostat was never adjusted and they just don't want to complain. And it comes to find out that they just don't know how to work the actual thermostat. So you always want to have that kind of information. You want, where key items are stored, such as extra linens or cleaning supplies. Safety features like fire extinguishers, smoke alarms, and where the exits are. Tip: Pre-record your walkthroughs are a lifesaver, as I mentioned, for remote landlords. They are personal yet scalable. As I mentioned to you, we've changed that over the years. Those are some quick things that you can do. If you have 1 or 2 properties, definitely go walk the property. You can use that for social media as well. Now we have professional photography, professional videos on some of ours, as well as we do have like the 3D tours. So we've evolved and changed. You don't have to be that extreme when you first start. I would say that you can do one with your cell phone and that would be suffice. It's as long as you're getting good. Our phones are amazing cameras at this point. So number 5, you want to set communication expectations. Clear communication is a key to a smooth tenant relationship and less sleepless nights. Let them know your preferred communication method is by email, phone, or platform like Airbnb, as I mentioned. What the typical response times are so they know what to expect when they reach out. And then the emergency procedures such as how to report urgent maintenance issues. I will tell you, for years, we never had a time of when our office hours closed, and we were taking calls at 2 a.m., to ask where the remote's at. We were taking calls at all hours of the night, and we stopped that. So we let them know that our office hours are till 7 during the week and 10 p.m. on the weekends. If it's an emergency, then at that point they can contact us, via text message, but not for silly things that can wait for the next day. So, for example, you want to say, for general questions, feel free to email me at X email. I'll respond to you within 24 hours. For emergencies like a plumbing issue, please call me directly at phone number XYZ. Addressing common onboarding challenges. So even when you have a great process, challenges can arise. So here are some common issues and how to handle them. Late check-ins. If a tenant arrives late and you have a self-check-in option, like maybe a lockbox or a smart lock to accommodate the schedule, please do. One of the things that we started to implement is that no check-ins after 10 p.m. And if they are going to check in after 10 p.m., at that point, we try to navigate to see, because here's one of the things we found out. New people in the area that are new and they're checking in at midnight or 1 a.m., we have found that they'll say it's maybe an unsafe neighborhood when it's really not. And it avoids us staying up till 1, 2 o'clock in the morning waiting for people to check in. So we do send an email out. Check-in is at 4 o'clock. If you're going to be arriving after 10 p.m., please let us know. And we have really minimized the time in people checking in. There's times that they'll go to check in really quick, and at least we know that the door codes work and everything is working, and then they'll go out, I'm assuming, for like dinner or something. But it is like minimize the time that our staff is having to stay up so late at night, including myself, because a lot of what this we've done on our own. And it also allows me to have an enjoyable weekend. We are always tensed up when we're getting in check-ins because we want to make sure everything is good, that we're able to communicate with them. And once they kind of give us the green light that things are great, then we can kind of relax. So, misinformation, if a tenant overlooks key details, kindly direct them to the welcome packet or walkthrough video. There have been so many times people are asking for the gate code, and we're like, revert back to the manual, or we put the check-in instructions. That also allows us to know what people are asking for, and we've always tweaked it to now we have it down to a science in case there's anything that they need. I rather be able to over-deliver than under-deliver, especially if maybe we're busy and when they have a question being at the property. Sometimes when you're just starting out, you're going to have those initial complaints. So if something isn't adding up to their expectations, just simply address them promptly and to build that trust. Do remember your speed of service is going to impact you, especially if these MTRs are with any type of corporate housing. They do ask the actual tenants, how is it, what's going on? And so you definitely want to make sure that you are able to attend to their needs. because then that good review becomes a good referral, and they'll continue to refer you business, especially when you're dealing with the corporate leasing side and, you know, the midterm rentals. So a mitigation tip is follow up with all your tenants within 48 hours of their check-in to ensure everything is going smoothly. I always have them make sure that they send us back that property check-in sheet that has everything, and so that we can address them as soon as possible. These are just small steps to show that you care and help resolve issues early. Onboarding isn't just about handing over the keys. It's about setting the stage for positive relationship and a smooth stay. A great onboarding process reduces confusion, prevents misunderstandings, and creates happy tenants who would likely to leave you a glowing review and rebook in the future or give you referrals. Do also remember, it will eliminate those sleepless nights and those catty fights that you may have with your significant other. Trust me, I've been there, done that, because I get frustrated, and it's really because I didn't have a process in place when we first started. Remember, a little preparation goes a long way in creating a great tenant experience. I provided a cheat sheet below that will allow to implement all of these within your business. Click the link below and you can download that second guide. The next episode, we're going to be diving into property maintenance. This is a big one. How to keep your MTR in top condition while minimizing costs. This is the key to protecting your investment, so you don't want to miss it. Thank you again for tuning in, and I hope this has encouraged you to keep building wealth. Bye for now.